The victory was on?
Well, I mean, obviously the beginning at the start of the day we was hopeful that we'd bowl them out, but we didn't, you know, we didn't quite think in such a fashion it was going to come, perhaps tea time.
Hello from Eden Park in Auckland. Welcome to highlights of the first day of the second Bank of New Zealand Test match between New Zealand and England. Well, it's been a very wet morning in Auckland today and play has been delayed considerably. We've had intermittent heavy showers. The covers have been on for most of the morning and the ground staff, though, have done a very good job, and we're finally getting underway at 2:15. Now, there's only 2 sessions of play today with a minimum of 59 overs to be bowled, but the pitch at Eden Park is very green and both sides surely will be very keen to bowl first. So it's a vital toss in the second test. Let's go out to the middle and join the 2 captains. Martin Crowe and Graham Gooch, a vital toss of the coin this one, and we'll see what transpires. Martin Crowe is the home captain, throws the coin in the air. Graham Gooch picks it up. Grant Nisbet's out there. Let's join Grant Nisbet and find out what's happened.
Martin Crowe, 3 out of 3.
Yeah, we're going to bowl.
And a bowl?
I'd like to say 12th man.
Okay, and what do you think of the track?
Yeah, it's green, bit of moisture. Hopefully a few wickets ground.
Okay, all the best, mate.
Thank you.
Graham Gooch, looks like you're batting in about 25 minutes.
Yep.
You looking forward to doing that, or would you have bowled?
I think looking at the colour of the wicket, we might have had a bowl, but as I said last time to our boys, it's not how you, not when we win the toss, it's how you play that counts. So we'll make sure that we get stuck in.
Okay, and your 12th man?
David Lawrence.
Good, thank you. Cheers.
So England will bat first, Gooch and Stewart to go in first, followed by Hick, Smith, Lamb, Reid, Lewis, Russell, Pringle, De Freitas and Tufnell, an unchanged lineup from the first test. But New Zealand have made 4 changes from the loss in Christchurch. Ken Rutherford returns in the middle order. There's a new wicket-keeper in Adam Parore. It's his second test match. Willie Watson, the medium pacer, returns to the team, but there's only one new cap, and he's a real selection shock. Auckland left-armer Murphy Sewer, the first player of Samoan background to play cricket for New Zealand. Sewer has struggled to find a regular place in the Auckland team this season, but he has great potential to be a potent force as a left-arm strike bowler. So Murphy Sewer will join Danny Morrison, Chris Cairns and Willie Watson in the New Zealand seam attack, and they've got a big job to do because Martin Crowe has put faith in those bowlers. He's won the toss, he's put England into bat. New Zealand want wickets early on this first day of the second test. Let's go to the action. In the first over, it's Danny Morrison bowling to Graham Gooch.
And it's a wild one down the leg side. And good afternoon to Henry Blofeld.
My dear old thing, a very good afternoon to all our viewers. And, of course, that ball has immediately posed the question, are the New Zealand opening bowlers going to waste it just as they did at Christchurch when...
And that's a better ball. Some sign of life in the pitch there.
There's certainly a bit of moisture out there. You can see it really is verdantly green. That one moving, quite jagging away quite sharply off the pitch. But Gooch is an old soldier.
Yes,
he's seen this before.
Around.
And he suffered the indignity of only compiling 2 in Christchurch when England made 580 for 9. So I'm quite certain he would find a big score here very attractive.
Well, having a good look, Graham Gooch. Oh, wild delivery from Danny Morrison, and no... Short, rising, and through to keeper Parore. The end of the first over of this test match. England 1 for no wicket. Oh, that's high in the air, over the slips and down to third man. There's no one there, so 4 runs, the first boundary of the English innings. And here's his first runs. It's going down to the vacant third man area. Might make it all the way. In fact, it does. Oh, good ball. Line of pulling. He's gone. Caught behind. Graham Gooch just feeling for that one. It took the edge. It flew through to Adam Parore, and the first England wicket is down.
Well, that was not quite a replica of what happened at Lancaster Park, but it was jolly nearly so. It was a fuller length. Gooch went for it, got the edge. Let's look at it again. In fact, it started to come in towards Gooch, and then it left him a fraction off the pitch. A marvellous ball, and a straightforward catch to Parore, who took it splendidly.
So England 9 for 1 wicket. Let's have another look at it from the other end. Yes, it was a beauty, wasn't it?
Oh, an absolute beauty. It was, one felt in Christchurch that Gooch got himself out playing at a ball that he might have left alone, but not here. He had to play that.
Oh, no question about that. And really, as I say, I think he expected it to come on, push it down on the onside almost. It just moved a shade in the air, then a shade more off the pitch. And that was the end of Gooch.
Well, you can have them 20 for 3, but if they're 400 all out, it's not much good.
Oh, a flyer thrown in very short. And that's the end of a good over from Danny Morrison, an over which saw the end of Graham Gooch. 9 for 1 wicket, England.
Well, Cairns, it's the second one. Stewart looks, Parore has his second catch, and Cairns has his first wicket. Stewart caught Parore, bowled Cairns 4, and England are 9 for 2.
Well, what did I say? Pitching it up, you see. Alex Stewart drawn into the forward drive. That's always the danger shot for batsmen when it's moving around. An easy, simple catch.
Stewart 148 in the first test, out for 4, England 9 for 2. Robin Smith coming out. England at 9 for 2. Great start for New Zealand. Just let's look at the Cairns dismissal here.
You see, it's a fullish length delivery. Ball carrying just to the top of the pads of the wicket-keeper. On these sort of services, get the batsman going forward or thinking about going forward. Don't allow them to play back, because then they've got more time to adjust and let the ball go.
I see that Stewart took an initial step back to that delivery and then came forward to it again, so it was good bowling. Now, Robin Smith, who was really the most powerful of the English batsmen during the first test match. Well bowled. And he's out. Smith doesn't want to know. Cairns is on a hat-trick. What a magnificent catch from Parore. And well might the spectators really raise a glass. England are 3 for 9. Smith out first ball.
Well, this is fabulous cricket from New Zealand. Watch the Cairns delivery, a little bit quicker, very full, draws Robin Smith forward, turns him around, and watch the wicket-keeper going the wrong way down the leg side. That's a great catch, young man. Here it is, fairly full, left him, nick. Oh, he'll remember that, young Parore. That is a classic catch in anybody's business.
Well, England are struggling. New Zealand on top. It's 9 for 3.
Cairns,
having taken 2 wickets with his previous 2 balls, is now going to bowl the third with a chance of a hat-trick. Alan Lamb has strike. Well bowled, but no hat-trick there. Some runs for Lamb, but not entirely convincing.
No ball, and Hick onto it. And that is the most decisive shot of the day so far, as Hick pulls it away for 4. Well, it's worked out perfectly for New Zealand so far, winning the toss. England 22 for 3. Here's Sewer, first over in Test cricket. A nice piece of fielding by John Wright. He was short and outside the off stump, and Lamb will always go for those. Well, it flew to Patel. Let's just have a look. It was a shout of catch, and it all looked rather in slow motion.
You see here, well up, he came forward, committed to come forward. Yes, that carried.
Yes, it was a catch.
Looked so casual, didn't he? It's in and out. Well, it's another life for Hick. And all of a sudden Rutherford does field in the slips, but we're making guys into slip fielders who don't field there. But Patel has got good hands.
Oh, Watson right through Hick again. This is a much better over from Willie Watson, his second.
Oh, he nearly had his first wicket. My word, he might well reflect on that. Lamb knew nothing about it at all. Well, I hope he gets one, Bob, because that could be the one that you'd really have nightmares about. That couldn't have been closer. What a great delivery. Oh, that's a better shot. That's a lovely shot. Oh, it's a good shot. Lovely shot from Hick. Big throw from Cairns. Sewer just a bit too short, a bit wide. He's done it! Murphy Sewer's got his first wicket of Test cricket, and it's a beauty. Alan Lamb. England are 34 for 4, and Lamb, the danger man, has been bowled by Sewer for 13, and Sewer is absolutely over the moon, and well he might be. And his teammates are with him.
Well, as we said, this is the ball, the left-armer's ball pitched. See, it's come back into him, look. I don't know whether he got a bit of inside edge.
Oh, yes,
but
he did.
that ball
He did.
certainly was coming back into the off stump, wasn't it? The line was right, the length was right, the natural left-armer's movement, and well-deserved first wicket.
It's 34 for 4, England. And Sewer, absolute exultation. He brought Lamb forward, a wee bit of an inside edge, onto the stumps, and look at him. Lamb can't believe it, but he had one fairly close there earlier in the previous over. Edge onto the pad and into the stumps. And the little Kiwi is up, and so's Murphy Sewer. And he's off the mark with a boundary. So Sewer's gone for a couple, but he's got the wicket, and that is exactly what he's there for. Murphy Sewer, it's 38 for 4.
Oh, what a funny sort of a shot, but he's going to get away with it. A half hook shot, sort of a paddle around on the leg side, and it just dollied up in the air, but out of harm's way.
Well, that was a great bit of luck there, wasn't it, for Dermot Reeve? It was no sort of shot. He wasn't in the right position. It was an afterthought. And, well, he did everything except get himself out.
Well, lucky for Dermot Reeve. Murphy Sewer so nearly picking up another wicket. What a strange shot. As you say, it was an afterthought, really, wasn't it? And he was in no position to play it.
Changed his mind in mid-stroke.
Better looking shot, straight down the ground. Graham Hick looking authoritative. And it's 4. Oh, very full delivery, but what a lovely shot wide of the off stump. All timing there from Hick, and it just raced through the covers for 4. Oh, was he put down on the gully? A despairing dive, but it goes to ground.
Well, on a lucky day, the rebound would have gone to Jones, wouldn't it?
Yes, that really flew.
Gully.
Oh, he jumped high, wide to his left hand, but he couldn't hang on to it.
I don't think he need recriminate with himself for that. It was a fiendishly difficult one. Had it stuck, it would have been a miracle. It'd been all over the front pages of every paper tomorrow.
Oh, yes, a marvellous effort.
Beautiful shot from Hick, but superb piece of fielding by the captain.
Dermot Reeve on strike to Murphy Sewer. Oh, it's in the air. He's not walking. There's no sign of a movement from the umpire. And he's not out. Well, I wonder where that came from. Looked like it hit him on the flap of the pad, which of course makes the ball go up.
Left arm over, pitch outside leg stump probably too.
Oh, that's in the air again, possibly. And that one was off the bat. But whether it carried or not, we're not quite sure. Let's see if we can have another look at it.
I thought that probably did carry.
Yes, that was a catch. So, another one down. That's Blair Hartland.
Cairns now bowling to Graham Hick. Oh, that's close. And it's very close. It's out. Cairns strikes, and Hick has gone for 30. And England is 72 now for the loss of 5. A big wicket for Chris Cairns. Graham Hick had been dropped a couple of times, but he got through to 30. About a good delivery from Chris Cairns.
Chris Cairns, this ball came back at Hick. He got caught very much on the crease line. It had a slight hint, perhaps, of going down leg side, but umpire Steve Dunn said, no, you're out. And so that's the end of Graham Hick.
So Chris Cairns strikes again. He's had a good day so far. And the danger man from New Zealand's point of view is out. Graham Hick for 30. Cairns to Lewis. Beautifully played through the covers. And that'll go all the way. What a lovely shot from Chris Lewis. It's now 81 for 5. Tries a Yorker, and Lewis smacks it away for 4.
Well, this was an attempted Yorker, but no real venom in the bowling, no real pace. Chris Lewis sees it early, doesn't time it that well, gets it at the bottom of the bat, but he certainly times it well enough for it to speed off to the boundary for 4.
He's found the gap this time, Lewis. It's running away down towards the third-man boundary. And it's into the fence for 4 runs. So Lewis is quickly on to 13. Reeve making that look rather awkward.
Well, as I say again, he looks awkward, he doesn't look aesthetic, he's not the most perfect or technically correct player. But nobody said you have to play cricket and bowl beautifully or bat perfectly. It just says how many runs you make and how many wickets you take. And he's very good, he's a tallish boy, is Dermot Reeve. Good concentration, good character, tough competitor, gets on the front foot whenever he can.
He's gone this time, caught behind. PARORE has a 4th catch. Watson has his first wicket. And Reeve is out for 22. It's 91 for 6.
Well, it's a beautiful delivery as well. Watch it just go out off the pitch. Just enough to catch the outside edge and take it wider to the wicket-keeper. Well, there's nothing to be disappointed about Dermot Reeve. That was a pretty good ball there from Willie Watson. The length was good, the line, it left him. He just had to follow it a little bit. Tiny little nick.
Fairly straightforward catch for Adam PARORE. Reeve the parts.
Morrison to Lewis. Nicely played into the offside. Nice and throw with the chase. And a couple of runs for Chris Lewis. It's 93 for 6. Morrison to Lewis. Goes for the hook. Well, the ball's slowing up as it goes out towards the boundary. Mid-wicket, very long boundary out on that side of the ground. And a long chase there for Murphy Stewart. And it's 3 runs to Chris Lewis.
Watson was going to give him there for a moment. Picked the finger, was just about on the way up, Bob.
Well, I thought he was, the hand was on the rise all right, but he must have had to think about it. And if we watch the replay here, certainly hit him in the line. He come across the ball, pitched in line, was the right height, and he obviously changed his mind.
Yes, I think so. Oh, that's a beautiful shot by Lewis. Backward a point, 4 runs. Trying over here for Jack Russell. This time he plays a nice stroke back past the bowler. And he wants a 3rd run. And he gets that 3rd run. That's good running. Jack Russell on 8. Facing Sewer. And he swung this one away nicely. 3 square leg. And it should have just enough on it to make it. And yes, it does. 4 runs for Jack Russell. Nicely pushed away on the leg side. That's a lovely shot by Lewis. Really timed that well as Watson straight down the leg side. 4 more to Lewis.
Yes, you'll see here one of the few balls that Willie Watson's bowled down there today. His line has been excellent today, and as I said, these Englishmen so strong off their pads. Lewis just caught up with it, got it away to that boundary down there, and was 4 runs all the way.
Lewis now the top scorer in the English innings, 33 not out. Chris Cairns has taken a marvellous catch, and Chris Lewis is out for 33, 128 for 7.
Well, just reward for Watson, Grant. He's bowled so well today. What a magnificent catch. A little bit wide. Lewis played that shot he favours so much, and what a great catch. A diving one-handed catch there by Chris Cairns. Tremendous effort for this time of the day to be concentrating too.
Delight all round in the New Zealand camp. Lewis was a real danger man, and it took a brilliant catch to get rid of him. A marvellous catch in the gully, and that's the end of Chris Lewis.
Yes, he got some bat on that too, didn't he? It was really going. It was what we call a reflex catch, granted. He was in position, he saw it coming, and he managed to hang on to it. Tremendous catch.
128 for 7, England.
Oh, he's gone behind points for 4. That was a splendid shot from Jack Russell. Short and a bit wide, but he really leapt at it with enthusiasm. Pringle onto the back foot. He hits it through extra cover, and that's going to go all the way. Cairns, the last ball of the day to Russell. So a shortened day has ended with England being sent into bat by New Zealand. At the end of it, it's 146 for 7, and Adam Parore leaving the field. I'm sure he'll be very pleased with his day today. 146 for 7 after 1 day's play.
So at the end of the day, England, after being sent into bat, 146 for 7. The top scorer, Chris Lewis, for 33 before he fell to that brilliant catch by Chris Cairns in the gully. England in early trouble, recovering just a little, 146 for 7 after 59 overs on day 1. Here's the New Zealand bowling figures, headlined by Chris Cairns, 3 for 34, 2 wickets for Willie Watson, 1 for Danny Morrison, and Murphy Sewer has taken his first Test wicket. 46 for 7